हाँ जी। इसको हटाओ यहाँ से पहले।
Hard work is all.
चलते हैं सुमेरु। क्या हो गया? अब होगी बकर।
Hey there. Excuse us, but is Sino at the academia?
You two look familiar. Are you friends of Mahamatra Sino? I'm afraid he's out on a mission right now. But if you'd like, I can pass whatever message you might have on to him.
We ran into this guy by the gates, and he seems really eager to speak with Amatra. It sounds like something urgent.
Oh? If you don't mind, why don't you tell me about it first?
Siraj.
Siraj. That name sounds familiar. Isn't he a Vahumana researcher?
Vahumana researcher?
Yes, one of their most renowned, in fact. I hear he's as daring as he is intelligent. There are rumors he'll become Vahumana's next sage. But please continue, good sir. What about Siraj?
I want to report him for conducting a dangerous experiment. He kidnapped me, tied me up, and took me to that horrible cave. Experimental equipment everywhere. I ran as fast as I could, a little slower, and he would have caught me.
There's no rush. Please, take your time. What kind of experiments was he conducting? Where is this cave?
बाजू में है।
I don't remember.
Huh? You can't remember?
भाग के
All
कैसे
I
आया
remember
भाया?
is Siraj walking towards me, and then my head started feeling weird. It's like a nightmare that I can't recall. I just know that that place is dangerous, and that they must be stopped. Oh, I heard they conduct business in the tavern. We have to hurry.
Even if what you say is... But before that, I would...
You think I'm...
Please don't take it the wrong way. Sorry, but can you two wait out here a little while?
Well, I hate him.
Huh? I'll hate them?
Let me bring you up to speed. First things first, Ilyas passed the lie detector test. This indicates that what he said is highly credible. Per protocol, this matter was reported to...
Huh. It's kind of weird for you to be working with Amatra. Is there a special reason?
You're overthinking things. My interest was piqued is all.
Really? I'm unsurprised you have this much free time. In that case, let's join in as well, shall we, Traveler?
It's already against protocol for
It's
acting
time
Grand
for
Sage
Hero
Al-Haytham
Games.
to participate in this investigation. As for you two... Oh, never mind. After all, you were the ones who brought Ilyas here. I'll allow you to accompany us, but you have to promise to keep everything confidential.
अबे साला तुम्हारा
Don't you
सुमेरु
worry.
खड़ा है हमारी
Our lips
बदौलत।
are sealed.
All right, in that case, I'll fill you in on what we know so far. Ilyas claimed that Siraj will be conducting some business with a Kasharawar researcher at the
हल्के
tavern.
में ले रहा बताओ
This is one of his
R-Con
few
team है।
clear memories. It seems he stumbled upon this information while escaping. Incidentally, Siraj isn't at the academia right now. He applied for long-term off-site research 1 month ago. It's close to the time that Ilyas had given, so we've decided to head to the tavern and investigate any suspicious persons.
That's right. Arav, prepare to head out. You two, do as you will.
Oh, come on! We already said that we're coming!
पिटाई जी इसको भी. एक सौ 2 मीटर नीचे कूदी मार सकते क्या डायरेक्ट? यहीं चलते हैं सीधा टेलीपोर्ट. कूदने की झंझट ही नहीं.
We're here, Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham. What's our next course of action?
यहीं तक तो
Acting
सोचा था.
Grand Sage Al-Haytham.
Looks like you haven't read any memos lately. The new Academia decree clearly states that even a sage doesn't have the authority to interfere with the Matra's actions during an ongoing investigation.
सही है.
If your superior were here, he wouldn't be asking me what to do. Instead, he'd be telling me to stay out of the way.
You're right. Understood. Then please wait here as we lock down the perimeter and search for suspicious persons.
ये हुई ना.
Ilyas, please stay here. Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham, I'll have to trouble you with the protection of our primary witness.
Sure. Though I'd rather he just protect himself.
You're the same as ever.
Answering a simplistic question only enables the questioner. Besides, I need him to understand my position clearly. Arav has just as many doubts about my coming along as you do. But unlike you two, he's making this matter more complicated than it is, with his considerations like the acting Grand Sage is trying to seize the Matra's powers. That question was obviously bait. The Matra were once under the influence of the sages, and so were often subject to these bureaucratic traps. The test was strictly unnecessary, though.
Okay.
I hope that our exchange will assure him that I won't interfere with their work this time.
Why is this so complicated?
This is why I was against becoming the acting Grand Sage from the very first. Titles and rank inevitably make a lot of things more troublesome than usual.
Excuse me, Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham. I've had a question on my mind, and I need to know the answer no matter what. Have we met before?
No. I have no recollection of ever meeting you.
Haha, I thought so too. I probably wouldn't have had anything to do with someone of your caliber.
Then why did you ask?
Well, for some reason I felt a sense of familiarity when I met you for the first time.
Really? A misperception, perhaps.
Acting Grand Sage Al-Haytham, we've apprehended a suspect.
Siraj?
No, it's the Kasharawar researcher who has dealings with him. His name is Narendra.
नरेंद्र नाम है भाई साहब. क्या कर रहे हैं ये लोग?
Acting Sage
साला
Al-Haytham.
पूरे इधर के नाम उठा रहे.
Wait,
सुतेंगे काट दिन ये
can
लोग.
someone please explain what's going on? I admit that I did steal some mechanical components from the lab and sell them, but does something like that really warrant the personal interest of the acting Grand Sage? What have I gotten myself into? I know I let greed get the best of me, but please, I promise that this won't ever happen again.
I would like to ask him a few questions.
Of course.
Do you know Siraj?
Yeah, that's the name of my buyer. He asked to make the transaction at the tavern, but he never showed up.
What were the details of this transaction?
He's doing some kind of experiment that seems to require many power generators and electrical components that can only be found in our project. He contacted me in private and said that he'd pay a large sum of Mora if I was willing to put some aside for him, under the pretense of them being defective parts. We had originally agreed to meet at the tavern earlier today to do the trade. I sure didn't expect to get stood up, or run into you all.
Perhaps Siraj was aware that Ilyas might leak information, so he intentionally didn't show up. Whatever the good news is, regardless of what Siraj was planning, His progress will now be severely hindered by a lack of power generators and electrical components. We still have time to conduct our investigation. Do you have any more questions for the suspect?
No, he's all yours. But I'd like to borrow Ilyas for a while.
Oh, that's fine. We conducted a comprehensive lie detection exam, which showed that he has a genuine case of amnesia. However,
I've read some papers.
I see.
चलो फालतू बकवास नहीं सुननी और काम पे लगते हैं साटा साट.
Follow me.
ये क्वाइट प्लेस है.
Siraj didn't show up at the Oh, Hatham, are you serious about seeing things through? Hyman's pretty surprised.
I thought you would have guessed the reason by now.
Huh? Hyman has no clue.
Yes, we were classmates.
Oh, so
Okay.
that's why you asked to come along when Arav briefed you on the situation. So you're not here because you're interested in the case itself.
You couldn't be further from the truth. But I wasn't expecting much from you to begin with. For the time being, all you need to know is that we were once classmates. He submitted a thesis 1 year ago from violating matters regarding... My opinion was that Siraj's research was both overly naive and in violation of various core principles. The
Okay.
Grand...
So that's why he's buying energy sources and electrical components.
He's most likely trying to
That sounds super. Ilyas, can you try to remember things again?
I'm sorry.
It is possible for a person to subconsciously forget some of their memories. However, these memories aren't truly lost, but merely sealed away. Now,
Well, actually, I feel like I've forgotten more than just the memories of the time I was kidnapped and experimented on. The kind of person I am, but
do tell.
the first is to get my paycheck from the academia and give it to my young... I'm not sure about the details, but
And the second thing?
I can't remember.
Not unexpected. However, you're
Losing your memory.
Oh, thank you. I have so few, but amidst all that, nevertheless, I have you all to thank. Now,
I see.
Just
Unsolicited. And all the more valuable for it.
so वाला चेस्ट तो उठा ली थी पेड़ के अंदर तो नहीं ऊपर साइड वो रहा लग्जरियस चेस्ट में भाई साहब क्या है आया तो लवर हटो अरे 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 अरे
Brace yourselves. Have you heard the ballad of the treasure chest?
सीधा ऊपर कहाँ है चेस्ट?
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
ग्लाइडिंग तो फास्टर है भाई, पर देखे तो सही किधर है ये? अरे ये अलग चिरकुटाई।
Here we go.
यहाँ तो नहीं लग रहा, फिर भी इसके ऊपर हो सकता है। वो रहा लग्जरीज चेस्ट दिख गया। कहाँ चेस्ट है? समझ नहीं आता, मैं नहीं उठा पाया।
Have you heard the ballad of the treasure chest?
पहले मैंने कुछ तो उठा लिया था, तब ध्यान नहीं दिया जल्दी जल्दी में। डंडों को उठाना है मेरे को।
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
नहीं कर सकते क्या बात? हम चेस्ट कैसे ढूंढे थे?
Oh, acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. I've sent this.
I did.
Yes, though that can be a.
I believe you know this
Oh, yes, of course. Though, Ilias, where have you been these past few? That was our business.
I'm sorry, something unexpected came, but I know I've
The other you remember? He retracted. He's the 12th.
understood.
I'll pay you in. Is this acceptable?
I have no objection.
Let's see what we have. चंद्र के लिए घूमना पड़ेगा। मेलोडी का तेरे बस्ती को जो चलने पे।
Maybe I'll borrow something to read.
मैं गोल गोल रानी खेलते हैं ये लोग। छोटू यहाँ बैठा हुआ है।
Ilias? Long time no see. What can I do for you?
I heard that you canceled.
Oh, that. It's really nothing I'm not the.
No motive.
Yeah. Say,
Oh,
well, with the downfall of the Sages not long ago, many of the projects that they led were put up with the situation.
when you say,
Wow, talk about blunt. But that isn't the only reason for the.
So what are the...
Well, I'm sure you're all. Back then, the Akasha, it was beyond.
I see.
You get it. There are only a although our names.
चलो याद आ रही कुछ तो याद आया होगा
Ilias? What's wrong?
वाइब्रेशन मोड में दिमाग
My head. It hurts. I remember now. I remember what Siraj said. You will become Siraj number 36. Fuse yourself with a consciousness under my control. Think only in accordance with a set module. Like a worker bee in a beehive.
Paimon doesn't get it. What is...
It's what Siraj was researching, and the topic of the thesis he had submitted. Collective consciousness and the path of evolution.
ओके चलो इसलिए कहते हैं दिमाग से उंगली नहीं करनी चाहिए
Siraj believed first he would rank this over. Lastly, members would share.
Paimon's...
Think of it as linking many minds together. Eventually, Siraj believes this collective consciousness.
Whoa.
It's just as Al-Haytham said. Siraj gave smaller numbers. I also...
Oh no. Then we got...
I tried my...
Take your time.
What's off?
You were only designated as number.
I'm not sure what Siraj.
Please, wait. I heard you all talking about Siraj just now.
Huh?
Well, Siraj is pretty popular as of late. I heard he's gained recognition from a lot. There are many who would. That said, if you're interested.
वो जान की नाम रखा है बता और ये क्या बात कर रहे हैं बाहर खड़ी थी मैं अंदर चला गया ऐसा कुछ 69 मीटर ऊपर ये क्या बदतमीजी बाहर निकले जरा 1 मिनट रुको भ्रमित कर रहे हमारे मार्ग को ये तो इधर है तो उधर क्यों दिखा रहे थे
Are you Janaki? We'd like to ask you a couple of things about Siraj.
Ilias?
Do you know me? I'm sorry, but I don't recognize...
Are you playing dumb with me?
पिटाई करो.
No, I'm not. I actually have amnesia, so I've lost a lot of my memories.
And? Are you trying to say that I should forgive you just because you've forgotten what you've done? Or are you using the acting grand sage as backup to settle things with me? The two biggest loners teaming up. What a terrible thought.
That's enough. There seems to be a dispute between the two of you, but I have no interest in that. I heard that Siraj once invited you to join his project. Is that true?
So, what if it is? Siraj did extend an invitation to me, and I was also interested in his project. I think it was about collective consciousness or something. Anyway, he said that I could be number 45. I refused because I thought that rank was too low. No one wants to be placed at the bottom. Certainly not me.
Ilias is number 36, and Janaki was supposed to be number 45. Ugh. Just how many people did Siraj have his eyes on?
Tell me, did Siraj tell you how he assigned numbers?
Yeah. Remember how the sages took advantage of the Akasha and extracted Yana energy from our heads back then? They left a document that records the amount of Yana energy that the Akasha had extracted from each person. I don't know how Siraj got his hands on that document, but he used it as the basis for his numbering system.
Okay.
I see. He believes that this data can be used to evaluate a person's computing power.
Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
At most, jnana energy can only be seen as representing a portion of a person's abilities.
Okay.
Humans are complicated beings, so it is impossible to evaluate them using a single criterion.
See? I knew I couldn't have only been ranked as 45.
What else do you know about Siraj?
That's it. He came to me, I refused, and that was the end of it.
Okay.
Is there anything else you needed? If not, I'm out of here. I've had enough of this eyesore.
Please, wait. I still want to know what I did in the past.
You really forgot?
I swear, I don't remember anything.
Paimon can vouch for him. Amatra also said that he truly lost his memories.
I see. You know what? It's better this way. I get angry just thinking about it. So I really don't have the patience to fill you in. All you need to know is that you got a lot of people in trouble back then, including me. That's all I have to say.
बेचारे को नहीं तकलीफ किस को मजबूर करके गया उसे
And
नहीं बोला.
she's gone. She did.
I really don't. But I guess...
Do you want to?
Huh?
Even though you're a witness, no one can
I'm not sure what to do, but...
I can look up your file. Something that caught. Would you like me to look at?
Yes.
All right.
अरे साला कितना अप डाउन करवाओगे बे.
Let's split up for now. We'll meet back here later.
Okay. Thank you.
Relax, Ilias.
That's true. I'll also try...
I'm holding you to that.
चल.
Shine down!
Okay. The important files from the last few years should all be here.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Anyway, I found Ilyas's file. Let's meet downstairs.
What?
This file indicates... Huh? Yes. Your instructor was engaging in academic fraud, and you were the one who reported him. Your report was found to be true after a series of investigations, and your instructor was brought to justice by the Matra. This incident caused quite the commotion, and the academia sent you a commendation. What is it? Are any memories coming back to you?
No, it's just... my head feels... Did I seriously...
Let's put this matter aside for now. It isn't directly related to Siraj, so there's no need to push yourself over it.
I'm sorry. That should have been something good to hear, but my body is instinctively rejecting it. I feel like I'll...
Take it slow. Just do what you think is right.
Thank you. I'm not sure how you're so calm and composed all the time, but it does make me feel more confident about the situation I'm in.
Let's head to Gandharvaville and deliver Ilyas's paycheck to his sister. Come on!
Maybe I'll borrow something to read.
We should be close. Let me think. It should be this way.
Ilyas, what are you doing back here?
Dad, it's nothing.
You sure everything's okay? Ilyas!
I'm fine. Just...
Back then, I told you not to be a hero. I can't imagine how things are going for you at the academia. We've even been receiving threat letters.
You don't have to force yourself to stay at the academia.
I'm all right.
Ilyas doesn't seem like he wants them to know that he has amnesia.
Hey, that's enough, you two. Ilyas,
Let's find... So, how's your headache?
It's much better now. Oh,
Same olds, don't mind their nagging. It's just that after...
conform.
Yeah. You don't remember? After the incident, you... Ilyas? What's...
Ah, I see.
You're acting a little weird today, and I don't care...
Your understanding is a great comfort to him.
Is it? That's good. Are you a friend of his?
More so these two. My name is Al-Haytham.
Oh, that rings a bell. Would you like to join us for dinner? I just happened to buy some extra food.
Sorry.
Well, that's a
Don't worry. I won't.
You remember now?
Yes. Thanks for that.
Is that your way?
Oh, my apologies. I said.
Loathing?
Yeah, but strange.
My strength is...
It'd be great if.
Really? What about the...
There are more important.
You're right.
साला यहाँ कौन सा सीक्रेट हाइड आउट देखते हैं चल के
This is the place.
It's so...
दोनों है अपने पास चलो बैठ जाते हैं तो उसमें स्टोरी क्वेस्ट खेलते टाइम पे क्या ही नींद आती है मेरे को रे बाबा वेपन 88 क्रिटिकल डैमेज 300 आराम से पहुंच जाएगा इसमें तो अगर आर्टिफैक्ट में मिल गया ढंग का क्रिटिकल डैमेज कैशिंग तो तबाही मचा देगी सर 3 11 8 8 अबे नहीं तो नहीं जीतती
Weird. Ilyas, do you remember this place? Did he get separated from us?
There's no need for that. Let's...
It's okay, Ilyas. You've done more than enough for me already.
I don't understand. Everyone knows he shamelessly used your thesis to send...
Do you know how many people are working on that project? If Johnny was kicked out because...
But he throws you the hardest work, and after you're done pulling... That's not...
A lot of people... It's okay.
Half a year. He's treating people like cat...
Enough. It's fine. I just need to suck it up and get it done.
What's the matter?
Of course not. I was also able to see those memories just now. They were probably the...
Connecting...
It's clear that the Collective Consciousness Project is not entirely...
तो झकास चीज है। तो अच्छा डाल तो ये कैसे खोलेंगे?
The Temple of Wisdom.
अच्छा ऐसा सिस्टम है, ओके।
Illusion shattered!
Solidify!
हेलो मोनिश भाई, वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम। ईयरबड्स देख रहा है इनके, ओ नेक्स्ट लेवल है भाई। हेलो सर वेनम भाई, वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम। यही वाला कैरेक्टर आया अभी नया, एल हाइथम। साले बॉलीवुड मूवी बहुत देख रहे हैं।
It's completely different from what Ilyas said. This place looks like it's been done for a while.
मैं ये वाला लिफ्ट सिस्टम लगवाना पड़ेगा। 100% नेचुरल हर्बल लिफ्ट।
Contributing to the collective by only thinking to your strengths. How easy.
नहीं कर सकते, मेमोरी चल रही है।
I'll hate them. Just thinking of that name fills me with hatred. We must get rid of him.
उसको तो सुपारी दे के रखी रे बाबा इधर।
Book learning alone is not enough to cultivate intelligence. All those scholars in the academia are prime.
पूरी स्टोरी सुन नहीं पाया।
An entire year's worth of work down the drain. And for what?
You could have played hero any.
I don't understand.
Everyone has been working.
In any case, none of this affects now our...
I'm sorry.
There's no need for an apology. It's not like I'll accept it anyway. You'll pay for that.
Hey, you're blinking out.
Don't jump to conclusions.
पिटाई लगानी पड़ेगी इनकी। खटिया बड़ी मस्त लग रही। साला वीआर लगा के बैठे हैं ये लोग। ओके ये वाला लॉक सिस्टम लगवाना पड़ेगा घर में।
us.
ठीक है चलो उठा लेते हैं मैं सोच भी रहा था उठाने को बस समझ जाने तो समझते ही समझते एक और मेमोरी देखने को मिलेगी
Alias, this is all very strange. Is there really no research group that will take you? Well, to pass this, maybe you should try to improve.
I understand.
You seem troubled.
Who are you?
Where are my...
Siraj. I've heard...
The world hates people who don't fit in. I imagine you after you reported Johnny for academic fraud. However, how about it? Wanna have a go?
फंस गया बेचारा
What did you see?
Paimon can't believe it! He really did trick us! That giga jerk! No, Siraj is the real giga jerk here. Ilias is just a regular
गीगा चैट सुनाते नहीं तो पता नहीं क्या एक और लिफ्ट यहाँ से नहीं जाने देंगे कोई नहीं यहाँ भी चल लेंगे बस चिरकुट
You've come. I intentionally slowed my integration into the collective consciousness because I wanted to see you one last time as Ilias. And I wanted to apologize to you as him. It was only at Gandharvaville that the second thing I must do to throw off the Matra and bring Alhaitham to the Hive. That was my task.
You were already Siraj number 36?
Yes, I truly did forget many things during that time. Even my identity and assigned responsibilities. However, it's not that I got scared and forgot. I chose to delete those memories. It's difficult to fool Alhaitham, so I had to create the...
And the best guise is when you believe your own lies.
Correct. I only told you that the hive was incomplete because I had deleted my memories of its completion. It was finished a long time ago. Before I left, I was already living as number 36. Now, I choose only here. That's all I wanted to say. After I...
Is this your decision?
Yeah, the person we know is Ilya. The outside world is painful sometimes, but...
Do you need more time to consider, Ilyas?
Hey, who are...
That.
So you're that
Giga jerk? Huh, how bold of you. Have I done something to offend you?
You!
I modified Akasha terminals to allow users to share memories and emotions. I assign numbers to everyone and divide... Here, people can live easily and happily without needing to exercise complex mental thought. Then I ask you, what's the difference between here and the outside? There are researchers at the academia who engage in dangerous research in extreme environments, while others, people are so obsessed with... Isn't that right, Ilyas? There's no need to deny that. And the terminus of welcome to the hive. A few simple words from you, and my research was consigned to nothingness. Of course, I'm well aware that you don't care about any of this. You don't care about the pain of others. But I didn't give up. I made my thesis into reality.
When we arrived, I noticed many empty rooms in the hive.
Oh, you noticed that? Then can you guess where their inhabitants are? The answer is the academia. They're executing another phase of the plan. The collective consciousness links all of us into a... Everything has been proceeding smoothly. You are our biggest obstacle. With you out of the way, I'll use my... The project will snow...
We won't let you do...
What can you achieve with mere words? You weren't even able to change Ilyas. Return to the hive, number 36.
Yes.
We
That's easy for you to say, given that you're travelers. Will you two continue to stay at the Academia? Return number
Ilias?
You two are just as You think that everyone I allowed Al-Haytham?
I made those words quite clear a year ago. The model you presented was extremely unstable. No amount of garish packaging will change its fragile nature. It can't be helped. If you were clever enough to realize those problems, then you would have been aware that the Hive changed when Ilias returned to this collective consciousness of yours.
What?
What's happening?
The collective needs motivation to execute its plans, just as machinery requires energy to operate. That's why you, as the Overmind, synchronized your hatred of me into the collective, prompting them to create and execute a plan to eliminate me. However, when Ilias returned to the collective, his memories and emotions were shared with the rest of its members. This includes his perception of me.
Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
This contradicts the hatred you had provided them, and these two differing emotions will give rise to new conflict.
So that's it. Wait, so you knew that Ilias would return to the Hive? And then you pretended to keep him around just to fool Siraj. Wouldn't expect any less from you, Al-Haytham. Once the collective consciousness bugs out, we'll take that opportunity to... wait.
Al-Haytham, I told you. Your two Ilias's return had indeed introduced abnormal. Your struggle has been in vain. And it's time.
So many monsters. Where did they come from? And...
I also integrated monsters into the collective, though I ranked them last. Even so, they are part of it. Despite their lack of intelligence. Now then.
Hey, Al-Haytham?
I've already sent my gift to the collective. It'll take some time for the recipient to receive it. You two just need to brace yourselves for the nuisance in front of...
Well, alright. Paimon doesn't know how you...
Think you can get away? Al-Haytham isn't that bad of a person.
But it has to... You see? That is the will of the collective. Even with the hatred gone, they continue their...
Sharing my knowledge. Wow! Committed to memory. Hey!
Gather!
There is no escape!
He won't hold out for much longer.
He's a lot tougher than we imagined.
Something's gone wrong at the Academia. The Matra.
Stabilize! Order guide you!
What's going on? What's with this sudden influx of information? Silence! As the Overmind, I command you!
Scatter!
Here you are.
How is that possible? Why hasn't it been resolved yet?
Is there an error in the judgment?
The will of the collective cannot be wrong. The Overmind must have made an error in his judgment.
But Siraj is the most intelligent among us. He is number one. His judgment is the optimal one.
Is that true? No, not necessarily.
What have you done?
Calm down. Don't you have an easy way to figure this out? You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Ilias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive. I see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my Hive from the inside out!
Human minds are not infinitely pliable, and your Hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as Overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine? Being a tool for the rest of my life? As soon as one person begins to have these thoughts, selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate, thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this stage, your so-called Hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet. I am the Overmind! There has to be a way!
It's too late. Once the desires of the Hive accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
I wouldn't have suffered such a disgraceful defeat if I was the Overmind.
My number shouldn't be so far down on the list! Siraj is alive!
This isn't what we agreed to!
I should be the one in your position!
जन्म लग गया इसको ऊपर जाने अच्छा था यहाँ पे
The Hive shut down? What happened just now?
Members of a collective consciousness are more likely to reach a consensus because of their shared memories and emotions. For example, Ilias did have differing perceptions, but he ultimately followed the collective consciousness's judgment. However, this system is far from perfect. Based on this logic, the collective consciousness will generate an intractable diffusion effect upon encountering negative emotions. The disturbance that Ilias caused wasn't for naught. It made the collective question the Overmind. Setbacks in the plan, apprehension, but in the Hive, where there are no, a few words were enough. Believe
you were already. You knew that.
I knew it from the. Moreover, you have a naive. You would never.
I never thought I'd hear those words come from you. I know very well that you've never viewed me as an equal. When you were with us, you always had it. You don't need to hide it. I know it better than anyone else. The arrogance that comes with being a genius. Nobody likes being treated.
Your perspective is entirely. From your perspective, you probably think I just wanted to. On the other.
You mean to.
Is that not so? You view people.
Regardless,
you will stay. I'm just an ordinary staff
और
member.
डार्क होगी वैसे
I
तो
believe it
होगी
is the general.
साइनो आ गया ये तो भाई रूथलेस इंसान है
What are you doing here?
मजे लेने
I followed the symbols. Looks like things have already been settled.
कस्टडी में लो खुद ही आगे सही बात है साइनो से पिटने से अच्छा खुद ही चल लो
Symbols?
I left a similar picture in my letter to him, and I made several similar symbols on the way here.
Wait, what do you mean you left a letter? Oh, Paimon remembers! When Paimon first saw you, Arav said that you had left a letter for Sino. So you really did know that something was up with Ilias from the start!
It'd be best if you didn't spout nonsense. I never employed any mode of trickery on you. By the way, I came across some information at the Academia a few days ago. If you practice the method discussed therein, your vision may improve. Do you need it?
Seriously? This guy. By the way, Sino, Paimon heard that Siraj sent more people to the Academia. We can't let
पहले
those
निपटा
jerks
के
get
आ
away.
गया होगा
Don't worry. The Matra have started screening suspicious persons. And we've already arrested many of Siraj's associates. This was likely one factor that caused the Hive's consciousness to waver. Everything went as you predicted, All-Hatham.
Good. Seems like the interesting part is already over. See you.
And off he goes. There's...
तीन ही तो दिख रहा है और एक चार इलियास को मिला क्या?
Oh no. I was involved in all these plans to get rid of the acting Grand Sage? What came over me?
We were whether he's the scribe or...
We can discuss the future later. I didn't feel anything to Siraj from how things look.
I guess we're getting what we deserve. Could you help us apologize to Al-Haytham?
Sure.
It's okay.
It's time to go.
Goli.
Let's go.
Oh my.
So, were they... We can ask Al-Haytham...
Looks like I can't exist as Siraj number 36. When I was at Gandharvaville, I thought about whether I should just come full, but I didn't have the... So in the...
Iliad?
Don't be sad. However, I realize understanding...
You can do it.
Thanks. Can you also please apologize to Al-Haytham for me?
All the test subjects have been taken away.
दिखा तो जाता रहता है
I'll have my subordinates seal the place, retrieve all documentation, and destroy the system. Are you two hurt?
Hyman's fine.
Get some rest. Watch out for any of Siraj's associates.
Okay.
हमारे
Let's go meet up with Al-Haytham.
इतनी मेहनत के सिर्फ 10 प्रीमोजन ज़्यादा की उम्मीद थी 20 तो हो गई अपने पास
The matter's settled. We can return now. I actually thought it would have been settled sooner. This took much longer than I expected. Judging by your faces, it seems like you two still have some questions. I respect your curiosity.
Hey, we're not your colleagues. What? Are you kidding me? You're not leaving today until you explain what happened back at Siraj's secret base.
See ya.
क्या बोल दिया उसने फटाफट
Hold it right there.
भाई उनका भेजा उड़ गया
Are you done? Your behavior is reminding me of some other people.
Stop changing the subject.
It's too much of a hassle to explain everything from the top. You know what? Come with me.
Where to?
You'll know when we get there.
भाई वाले कौन एक्सप्लेन करे साथ में चलो किधर बुला रहा है 1300 मीटर दूर अच्छा उसके घर पे ही बुला लिया भाई ने बोले आओ चाय पे चर्चा होगी
Is this your home?
Yes.
What's with you all of a sudden? Being all polite and inviting us over?
सिंडी तो बड़ा अच्छा चाहिए पहुंचू यहीं
Ah, you're back. Quick, come help me see if this painting's all straightened. Huh? Who are they?
Stop making a fuss. They're obviously guests.
You're not from the academia, are you?
No. We are from the different
I'm
world.
sure she's seen you before. You're the person from that time in that one place.
Wait, what? How do you know me? Oh no, do people know that I live here?
What? You're embarrassed only now of all times?
Oh, you guys are roommates.
Yes, we are, but keep that to yourselves. Please, don't tell anyone else.
I keep a few books on collectives and the subconscious here at home. I'll get them. You all chat in the meantime.
Hey! You're leaving just like that? What's the deal, Alhaitham? Sorry, I know we've only just met, but I have to ask. Are you, you wouldn't happen to be actors that Alhaitham hired to pretend to be his friends, would you? Guess not. I've never seen him invite friends home before, so please excuse my surprise. You guys get it, right? You know, with his temperament and stuff.
But aren't you his friend?
I wouldn't say friends exactly. Okay, well, we used to be, but we're not anymore. Don't worry about it. My name is Kaveh. I'm sorry to have met you under these circumstances. Anyway, please don't say anything about me living here.
You seem like you got a lot going on. So maybe Samora will make Paimon shut up.
Are you serious? How could you? Of course. You're Alhaitham's friends.
What? That was a normal response. You exposed your own weakness.
Still, why do you have to treat me like he does?
Judging by the deafening din coming from the living room, you all must be getting along quite well.
Entertain your own friends, why don't you?
I'll leave the books here.
इतनी सारी किताबें.
Paimon's dizzy from reading. This is way too complicated. Why don't we just... Paimon wants to know,
A year ago, Siraj presented his thesis to the Grand Sage, who offhandedly asked for my
इतनी
opinion.
किताबें लेके आ
I
कंफ्यूजन
actually
दूर
responded
करने.
with 2 lines of reasoning.
Pro है भाई.
The first, as I've already said, was that his research was on human evolution, a subject prohibited by the academia. The second was that I thought the direction of his research was too extreme, but his approach too conservative.
Wait, that's too conservative? He built such a large lab, gathered all those people, and even tried to get rid of you!
One way to stabilize a collective consciousness is to remove the test subject's humanity altogether. The optimal solution to achieve collective consciousness is to focus solely on the overmind and treat the other test subjects as tools.
That's way too dangerous. You're not seriously considering that, are you? 'Cause,
I'm merely stating the facts. If Siraj had done that, I would have felt his work to be just as senseless. It's impossible for any species to evolve overnight, and humans without their humanity cannot be called humans. That's why the academia prohibited research into human evolution. Most research of this kind tends to run contrary to evolution.
Paimon gets it now.
Ha! That's rich coming from you. If humans aren't humans without their humanity, then you'll probably evolve into some other species in another decade, I wager.
What about you? Are you going to devolve into a fungus?
At least I'd be a fungus with empathy. Sorry for eavesdropping, but what happened to you guys? Are you in trouble?
Sort of. We encountered a strange researcher that had it out for us.
Are you all okay? Huh. So that's how things went. Such is life. If only he'd known, Alhaitham could have stayed indoors today, and the whole thing could have been avoided. Right. Plus, he could have helped me with the housework for once. See those books? They've been sitting there waiting for someone to sort through them for an age. If you're not gonna read them, tidy them away. They don't belong there.
Can you feel the awkwardness in the air? I hope you're aware of your lack of conversational skills.
Oh, so the pot's calling the kettle black, is he? Well, having said all that, are you okay?
I'm doing quite well. Much better than that painting you're trying to hang on the wall.
You don't understand anything.
Paimon can't tell which of them is more problematic. Let's just get this over with and leave.
You whisper very loudly.
Oh,
Do you have any more questions?
let Paimon think. Oh, by the way, the other researchers apologized to you. They hope that you can forgive them.
I bear them no ill will. More accurately, I don't really care about what they think of me. To some extent, they were also fooled by Siraj. The Matra will take this into account at their trials.
Ilias also said that he wanted to tell us the truth at Gandharvaville, but he didn't have the courage. He apologized to you, too.
It doesn't matter. I never considered asking him to come forward with the truth. Judging from his experiences, he's more courageous than the average person. There's no need to lay even more criticism on him. Criticizing the brave only shows how weak you yourself are. I'm going for dinner in 10 minutes, so I'll field one last question.
Paimon doesn't have any more questions. How about you? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. You only started investigating with the Matra at the Academia because you were interested in something, right? But after meeting Siraj, it didn't seem like you were interested in him or his experiment.
I had no interest in him personally, but I was curious as to why so many people were willing to form a collective consciousness with him. I now understand the reason. Correct. The fall of the Sages and the shutdown of the Akasha terminals deeply affected the Academia. The fact that Siraj's project attracted so much interest despite not being approved speaks to the lack of research projects as of late. As the acting Grand Sage, I'll have to figure something out. In addition, what happened to Ilias is worth our attention. Reporting academic fraud was the right thing to do. He didn't deserve the outcome that he had received.
Paimon understands now. Oh, you're pretty serious when it comes to work, huh?
I think minimum viable seriousness is a more apt description. I'll do my best to take care of this mess until my resignation is approved.
Wait, your resignation?
Yes. I've already submitted my resignation to the Academia. Soon, I'll resign as the acting Grand Sage and go back to being its scribe. I don't think Siraj knew about that. If he had waited just a few more days before acting, I would have already resigned. What he'd do then wouldn't have been any concern of mine. However, even without my input, his unstable model would have collapsed for some other reason, so it makes no difference.
But why do you want to resign?
I'm not suited to be a sage, nor do I want to be one. The official process to select the new sages is already underway, but this process is long and takes far too much time. If I serve as acting Grand Sage for too long, the position might become permanent. That would be troublesome. This job isn't something I want to spend the rest of my life doing. It's important to keep your priorities straight. Well, it's about time. You two should grab some dinner as well.
Oh, now that you say that, Paimon's kinda hungry. See ya! We're gonna grab some yummies!
चलो ये वाला भी
See ya.
कंप्लीट पहले तुमका घर भी देख लिया
The name Siraj doesn't ring a bell. Was he in your class?
He isn't someone who would leave an impression, so it's expected that you don't remember him.
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the Academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the Academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted to see that you have a base amount of self-awareness. If the people in the Academia haven't gone mad, they'd know that I'm much more—
And I suppose they'd let everyone know that your career as a sage will be as shaky as that painting.
Again, that's mighty rich coming from someone about to resign. In a few days, you'll be managing files again. You'll be back at rock bottom.
But my salary will likely stay the same.
Wait, what? How come? Why do you get special treatment?
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his client.
You...
भाई क्या कहलवा रहे एक दूसरे
I took time out of my day to clean the living room for you, and this is the thanks I get for it? I'd have been better off catching up on my work. I still have designs to finish.
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy some furniture with that Mora.
What? Are you trying to annoy me to death? The decorations you buy keep getting uglier and uglier. What's the point of having a boring wood carving in your house?
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine. Go ahead and hide behind your financial success if you want. But if we forget Mora for a second, do you have anything of true value to boast about?
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features at all?
Artistry, for sure. You don't know the first thing about interior design. Don't go off buying random furniture unless you take me with you.
So I'll have to bring you along and then buy you drinks?
Of course.
But why would I do that? It would just be another form of a loan, and you'd have to pay me back eventually.
Can't you just be nice and not ask for the Mora back?
Pretending that you're not in debt is as ridiculous as pretending you're not living in someone else's home. Word will get out sooner or later.
Speaking of which, your friends won't say anything, right? Tell them to keep all this a secret.
There's no need to hide it so carefully. I think the truth's already out. You're such a lightweight that a few drinks at the tavern had you spilling all your beans.
What? No, it can't be.
भाई साहब क्या ही कर सुन रहे इनकी वो बंदा जा सकते क्या
The name Siraj doesn't ring a bell.
He isn't someone.
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted.
And I suppose that...
Again, that's...
But my salary...
Wait, what?
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his client.
I took time out of my...
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy...
What? Are you trying to annoy me to...
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine.
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features at all?
Artistry.
So I'll have to bring...
Of course.
But why would I do...
Can't you just be...
Pretending that you're...
Speaking of which, your friends won't...
There's no need to...
What?
अब गलती से उस तरफ नहीं पहले पीछे निकलो जरा सा इन लोग घुमाने उनके फिर पकड़ सुननी पड़ेगी गेट कहाँ है बे बाहर जाने का रास्ता किधर है ये रहा एक दूसरे को तो छील डाल रहे वो लोग बातों से अब कोई टास्क तो बचा नहीं चाहिए स्टोरी क्वेस्ट खत्म 74 अपने पास प्रिमोजेम्स हैं 20 याओ याओ के लिए ट्राई करूं क्या फिर वहाँ से शियांगलिंग उठा लेंगे पर मेरे को वेपन भी चाहिए यार आई लाइक दिस वेपन 5 तो नहीं 10 15 20 21 एक मिनट इसको कैंसिल करो अब देखते हैं साला 2 भी सबने 50 के अंदर है 50 भी नहीं 30 के अंदर और दोनों वेपन स्टाफ ऑफ होमा इसी के बाद आ रहा है बिट से फ्लूट चाहिए अपने को 2 कितनी फ्लूट चाहिए अपने को इसकी 2 कॉपी मिल जाएगी काम हो जाएगा इसकी भी चाहिए सबसे ज़्यादा इसकी चाहिए एनर्जी रिचार्ज या उसके लिए ट्राई करूं क्या एल हेथ हम अपने को चाहिए ही नहीं अभी 20 विश C6 ये नहीं मिलनी चाहिए, खा जाएगी नहीं तो ट्राई करते हैं भाई शाओ के बैनर पे। याओ मिलेगी क्या? हक दिया भाई, हक ही दिया। ये नहीं चाहिए थी यार, शैंगलिंग नहीं चाहिए। 10 विश और मार दो, जो होगा देख लेंगे। चलो ठीक। यो मिल जाती तो काम हो जाता, अब इस पर ट्राई करेंगे। 21 यहाँ होगा, चलो ठीक है। याओ ही नहीं मिली अपने को यार। 10-20 और ट्राई कर लेंगे। ये नहीं, ये क्या हो तो मिल जाएगी अपने को। % बार पर 1 मिनट। C4 में डिफेंस इंक्रीज बाय 20%। ये बाकियों के काम आएगा। क्लाउड नॉर्मल अटैक स्पीड इंक्रीज बाय 12%। C6 तो बता रहे इसकी।
Add Astra.
Let's finish this swiftly.
I'll bring my seasonings.
Solidify!
Acid right hand into the fire! You're toast!
There is no escape!
Illusion shattered!
Nice and spicy.
There is no escape!
Time for retribution!
Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down! Ha!
Get them!
Quake!
Illusion shattered!
Gather!
Out of the frying pan!
Solidify!
Now you shall perish!
Stabilize!
Shine down! There is no escape!
Solidify! Stabilize!
Nice and spicy!
Verdict is...
Torn to oblivion!
Didn't keep you waiting, did I? I've been waiting for you for ages. Wouldn't gliding be faster?
पॉइंट कहाँ मिलेंगे अपने को? छोड़ो, बाद में फिर करेंगे, बंद कर देते हैं।